by 2 with a halfback in the backfield. Ward to chip block. Banyan zeroes in. Hard pass deflected and intercepted. Colorado with possession, and Colorado getting their first break in this game as Greg Henderson had the ball popped right up into his hands. The second interception of the year for the junior from Corona, California.
Hi again, welcome to the Buffalo Stampede. I'm Mark Johnson of 850 KOA Radio, your play-by-play voice of the Colorado Buffaloes. Colorado coming off the loss last week at Oregon State, opening up Pac-12 conference play. Now sits at 2-1 on the season. Joining us on the show here today, one of the senior leaders for the Buffaloes on defense, that being Derek Webb, the linebacker. Derek, a comment or two about that trip to Corvallis last week. You guys got out of the blocks, so that played pretty well defensively, and the Beavers kind of wore you down. But a comment about the contest in Corvallis.
First you got to give credit to Oregon State. They're a good football team. There's no doubt about that. I feel like we played them pretty tough. We were competitive, especially on third downs. I think we went, they went like 5 for 17 on third down. So, we played some pretty good football. We just got to take, advantages of the opportunities that they gave us. We were able to get a couple turnovers, but I feel like we could have got, at least 2 or 3 more out there. And, just got to be just a little bit more sound. But, I feel like we learned some things about ourselves out there in Corvallis, and, we'll be able to get it fixed and get ready for Oregon this week.
We had talked so much about that 21-day layoff you guys had with the Fresno cancellation, the bye week, of course. Did you feel any rust at all early on in that ball game, having been off the field for so long?
Not a whole lot of rust. More anxiety than anything. Thing about Coach Mack, he did the best job he could. I feel like he did a great job of just keeping us ready during the 3 weeks, and then that's a tough deal to do. After you get started with the season, whatever, we basically went 2 weeks on, and then took another 2-3 weeks off. So, we didn't, we never really got a chance to kind of get rolled into our rhythm like we would have wanted to. But when things are thrown at you, you just got to take it the best way you can and just try to stay prepared. And we did our best in trying to stay ready and stay prepared. And I feel like a few of the players may have been a little anxious. I know I was, to get out there and play. And once the game got rolling, I felt like everyone was pretty good. We just, like I said, we just got to be take advantage of the opportunities that we have. It would have been a totally different ball game.
Speaking of which, I was talking with Judah Parker earlier, and you look at that score, it indicates a lopsided contest. But I think in reality, when you break that tape down, the Buffaloes made a couple of mistakes, a couple of bad turnovers that put the Beavers into good possession and kind of helped that out in that ball game. Is that the way you look at it?
Yeah, that's the way I see it, and I kind of look at it like Coach Bear does now. Talking to us this morning, he says he sees the game, basically just on the defensive side. What could we have done better on defense? And the offense, you can't, they may have struggled a little bit and whatnot, but we're not going to point the fingers at the offense. We had a couple big turnovers on special teams, and that hurt us, but we can't point the no finger at them either. We can only handle what we got to do on defense, and we had some, we made some plays. We could have made more plays to help the team out, and so all this week in practice, we're gonna stress making the plays that we can in practice, making plays on the ball, making more strip attempts, making the most out of our defense, and try to help the team as best as we can.
Beaver quarterback Sean Mannion, he's thrown for over 350 yards every game this season so far. I want to get your perception of him a little bit. What did you think of him as a signal caller?
Oh yeah, they had a good quarterback. When we were able to pressure him, I feel like we were able to get him off his mark a little bit and kind of hurt his accuracy a little bit when we can get him moving around in the pocket. But when he was able to set his feet and sit in the pocket and throw the ball, he was he's a pretty good downfield passer, and you can't take that away from him. He's a good quarterback. He's a good player. We were able to get a couple hits on him, and if we did more of that, I feel like it could have been a good ball game. I know Addison got a real good hit on him, and Chidera, of course, he got the sack and forced the fumble. So. We made some plays out there, and, he's a good quarterback. He's going to make plays, so we just got to make more plays, and that's what we got to focus on this week. Oregon, they're a great team. They're going to make plays. We just got to make more.
You mentioned Chidera Uzadariba had the sack and the strip. Of course, Judah Parker came up with a fumble recovery. There was a tip ball that Greg Henderson came away with another interception. This defense is starting to force some turnovers. That was something we didn't see a lot of last year. What is it about this group or the approach or the way you're being coached that's kind of promoting forcing turnovers this season?
That's our number one goal on defense, first off. So, whenever we set goals every week, for what we got to do to win. Create turnovers is always that first goal on the list, and so that's always our priority. We work on it every day in practice, in drills before we start our teamwork, and then during team, we also we always focus on catching the ball. For the secondaries and for the linebackers, we always focus on the defensive line getting their hands up, trying to get tip balls, and getting strip attempts when we get the second man to the ball. So creating turnovers is a big focus on our defense. And then, we just got to – whenever you got guys playing hard and being around the ball, multiple players around the ball, good things are going to happen. That ball's going to come out when guys are flying around, swarming to it. And, when you got players tipping balls, and, those are good things, and guys running to the ball, good things are going to happen. We can get that ball. And Coach Bear, like I said, he stresses that on the defense, and we bought into it, and we want turnovers. We want turnovers. We want the ball. We know we won a good turnover team last year, and so once we start getting a little taste of it, we want to keep it going. We love getting turnovers and creating that momentum for our offense.
Well, you guys certainly have improved on it here in 2013. As one of the senior leaders of this team defensively, after a loss like that, what's a message you have for your teammates this week?
I think the message was, what we came out here and did today, which is, practice extremely hard and go fast, and, not come out here and drag and, let one team beat us twice. Oregon State, that game was Saturday. It didn't go the way we wanted to. We, of course, the points that were scored on defense, that's not how we want to go out as a defense. So we just got to let that fuel us for this week. We know that we could have played better. We had some opportunities. We left some plays on the field, and so knowing that, we know we're not a bad defense. We're not a bad team. We just got to do a couple things better. And so going into this week, we just want to fix the things that we can and prepare for this Oregon offense, which is high powered, and they do a lot of things, so they create a lot of challenges. We got to prepare, put all our focus into Oregon this week.
Yep, the second-rated Ducks come to Folsom Field on Saturday. That's a 4 o'clock kickoff. This is a team that is about as high-powered as any team in the country. Mark Helfrich comes in, a former Buffalo's offensive coordinator, now the head coach at the University of Oregon. You faced them last year at their place. You know what this offense is all about. Give us some defensive keys when you try to slow down the Ducks.
First thing you got to do with the Oregon Ducks, if you had to stop that run, of course they got a lot of good athletes and a lot of speed on their offense, so they're gonna try to get us in space and try to get the ball in the playmakers' hands to make some plays in space. So we got to run to the football. We got to swarm the football, and we have to stop the run. First of all, they got a lot of different ways they can get the ball to their running backs. Whether it's motion them from wide receiver position, and they like the jump motion, switched it back from east side to side. They got a lot of run plays, zone, power, stretch. They do a lot of things running the football. So our first focus has to be to stop the run, and then their play action passes, all that set up off the run. And then we can worry about the rest of that stuff. But for the most part, we got to stop the run. I think they're like the number 1 or number 2 rushing team in the country.
That's
so,
right.
They make their bread off of running the football. So that's what we have to stop.
Well, on Monday we found out that the Buffaloes have finally got a 12th game on the schedule. That Fresno game, of course, was canceled because of the flooding here in the Front Range. And Athletic Director Rich George announced on Monday that Charleston Southern is going to come in to Folsom Field to play the Buffs on October 19th. What does it mean for you as a senior to have that 12th game back in the schedule?
It means everything to me. I was worried for a little bit, being a senior, having a game taken away from me. Worried if, I would still get that opportunity. Every opportunity counts as a senior. So, I was extremely excited to know that, we got a team to come in and to fill that spot and to make up for that game. And, I don't know a whole lot about Charleston Southern right now, but I know they're a good football team, and they're 5-0, and they're coming into Folsom Field. So, that's a little bit down the road. So, I'm not going to focus on it too much. I'm just happy about the opportunity, and thankful we were able to get that team.
Well, the Buffaloes have not been to a bowl game for a while. Derek has never been to a bowl game. What would it mean your senior year to qualify for a bowl game and play in a postseason?
I mean, it'd be the perfect ending to my my career and my legacy here. It's something we certainly want to do for a while at CU, and after everything that we went through and everything that I've been through, and the seniors on this team, with coaches and everything, and I feel like it'd just be the perfect ending, for how hard we've worked. I feel like we deserve it, and we just got to go out and get it and make the make the best of our opportunities.
There you go. Well, we hope that for you. Good luck on Saturday against Oregon.
All right, thank you. Appreciate
All right,
it.
that's senior linebacker Derek Webb. The Buffs and the Ducks on Saturday at 4 o'clock. We'll hit the air at 8:50 KOA at 2:05 at the Buffalo Stampede. Our network affiliates pick up at 2:35, and then a kickoff at 4:05. Once again, for Derek Webb, I'm Mark Johnson. Thanks for joining us. Remember, for all things Buffaloes, go to Buffs TV at cubuffs.com. Right now, for more insight, here's B.G. Brooks.
Hi, this is B.G. Brooks with cubuffs.com. A bizarre September is over for the Buffs. They exit the month with 2 wins, 1 loss, and a rescheduled game. We told you it was bizarre. October's first game finds CU hoping to get in bounce-back mode after last weekend's 44-17 Pac-12 loss at Oregon State. But the team the Buffs hope to bounce back against is number 2 Oregon, which has outscored CU by a combined score of 115-16 in their 2 most recent meetings. The understatement of the week, the Buffs face a mountainous task on Saturday in trying to get their first Pac-12 win of the Mike McIntyre era. What I'd like to see Saturday from CU is a more efficient offense, starting with quarterback Connor Wood, and the same overall involvement we saw from Paul Richardson in games 1 and 2. P. Rich had 1 first-half reception at Oregon State, and it wasn't because the Beavers had him blanketed. I'd also like to see more of tailback Michael Atkins II, a freshman who ran well in his college debut. CU's defense has been effective in playing the run, but the Buffs haven't seen a running game like they'll see Saturday. The Ducks lead the nation in rushing at 332.5 yards a game and have scored a school record 50 or more points in each of their first 4 games. Oregon is as fast and as potent as ever, which means CU's offense doesn't need to fall into an early 3-and-out pattern and handicap the defense. The last time the Ducks visited Folsom Field, they hardly broke a sweat in a 45-2 rout. This is a better CU team, at least it was in weeks 1 and 2. And even if it is against college football's second-ranked team, the Buffs need to show signs of getting their groove back. This is B.G. Brooks. You can read my Buffs coverage on cubuffs.com.